impressed.
Okay,
with
here we
what
go,
she's
guys.
done.
We're gonna start the show on YouTube right now. So, guys, we just got done watching WandaVision episode 6. It was really, really good, and it was really interesting to see how, at the edge of town, she didn't have control over, or as much control over those individuals. They seem to be frozen.
And what I think is happening there is, like, on the very edge of town where she's not currently there, like, they're not necessary to play their roles for her and her kids.
Yeah,
so,
like stasis kind of.
Yeah, which kind of is interesting because remember at the end of last episode where Wanda's like, "Do you think I'm controlling every single person and what they're doing at every single moment of the day?" But it's not
that's right.
But it's not like that. She doesn't control them all. She just controls in the general vicinity. That's why she wanted Vision to be around her and the kids for the night, because she knew she had to have all these kids in the town for the Halloween thing, and that she needed to control those certain people around him.
Yeah,
I mean, Casey, Toby, it might be that. It might just be Wanda. Although I feel like there is somebody else at work here because there has to be, a bigger, badder villain. I would imagine, but I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
Yeah, because she doesn't even know how this started. Like, I think she really doesn't know, or she doesn't remember how it just, even she was talking to Quicksilver.
Yeah, and Geeks, I agree. Hayward is a jerk.
100%.
So you can see that she's probing Pietro for memories because she knows that they don't line up necessarily. Like the first memory that he speaks of doesn't line up with what she knew or what she remembered. She says, "Oh, that's not how I remember it." So then we see her questioning him or probing for a different memory to see if it lines up. So
and he doesn't even answer that one.
Yeah.
Right, I thought that was a little bit telling to maybe say that Wanda's not the only thing wrong here or doing this, and Pietro even knows that he's not the regular one, like he's not the one that she's supposed to be with. So,
and it's interesting
I'm
because
so
like
prone for a fucking loop.
I know, because like it's interesting because it shows him as like dead Pietro, like what she sees as dead Pietro. But like that's not the Pietro we knew that died.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't look like Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think his name is. He didn't look like him. He looked like Evan Peters still.
But he still had the bullet wounds though. That was
exactly. That's what was kind of like, what's going on here? But remember, the breach happened just before he arrived. So I really feel like she literally pulled him from a different universe and she recasted him as him. But it's just still, to me, there's not enough to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. There's still mysteries to be unraveled. What, we got 3 more episodes?
Yeah. But I mean, even that was a lot though. I mean, that was really cool.
Well, not only that, but Monica Rambeau, like her results coming back, she's going to have, superpowers.
I thought we were going to see what she was meeting up with. I thought that was going to be the big,
Yeah, and she definitely said that she had a guy.
Yeah.
Which
a guy. So let me ask you guys this: who do you think that guy is?
I do like how you pointed. I want to mention this real quick. I like how Brian pointed that out. That Monica Rambeau's DNA was changed.
Yes.
And that again, like we've been talking about, could introduce like mutants, right? Change their DNA, make it to where they have different abilities. I mean, oh my gosh, it's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if
all the people in that town have been in there for so long, right? So how does that affect their genes or DNA or whatever?
Yeah.
And Darcy's in there too now because she was handcuffed to the truck.
Oh. Who is she gonna be?
Mystique.
Rogue.
She was gonna drop.
She'd be a good rogue.
Yeah. She was gonna drop a Batman F-bomb, but luckily it's Disney.
Oh, yeah. I know.
She gave one of those Christmas Story F words.
Well, even this though, is Monica the first mutant? See, I mean, they could go that route, but I still feel like mutants have to exist. There has to be more of them. It can't just be the townspeople and then it spawns from there. I think something bigger has to occur unless they're living somewhere else. But we'll see. How am I going to sleep now? I don't know how you're going to sleep now.
Yeah, like it couldn't have been from one point. Like it's not going to be like there's there was no mutants, and now there's mutants now, because then that means that Magneto's backstory is gone, Wolverine's backstory is gone,
Yeah.
Xavier's backstory is gone. Like these are all characters. Like Magneto was, like he was in the Nazi era. He was taken prisoner, and then Wolverine's he's been throughout time, and that's like what makes him Wolverine. His
What's
origin.
up? We got that one Carlos in here.
What's up, man?
I mean, this is
it's I find it a little bit not I'm not worried, but I find it a little bit maybe strange that we're not going to get to see the villain. If it is truly Nightmare or Mephisto that is behind this, right? So let's say that that's the case. I find it a little bit weird that we're not getting to see him till potentially the last 3 episodes, last 2 episodes. We didn't get any tease of him or sight of him previously, whether it be like the audience can only see him or what he's up to. It's going to be interesting to see. It might actually really just be Wanda, because I don't know how you introduce a villain quickly in 30-minute episodes, give him enough of an arc or story that's compelling or like motivation. I don't know. I'm interested. And I don't know if there's enough time.
Yeah, that's because in order to have a good villain, you have to explore it at least a little bit. You can't just like all of a sudden
Right,
choose like I was
right.
behind it the entire time. I'll show you.
very end.
Yeah.
But then again,
I mean, unless he carries over to the movie.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what I'm
multiverse
saying.
and That is, yeah.
yeah, because if it's Nightmare is supposedly the main villain of Doctor Strange 2.
Right, but you can't make you can't make a series like this and make it so they have to go like each series and each movie needs to be able to stand alone. Right? That's the thing with Marvel movies is they always make their movies so that they can stand alone and you don't have to go see every single one to get it, right? And I think that might be a little bit of a mistake, right? To just be like, okay, yeah, well, you'll see him later on, and we'll go more into it. I do think there needs to be a compelling reason why, if it is Nightmare, we see him, or Mephisto, we see him. So I do understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
MJ's got a good point here too. It says could just be cameos of old X-Men till the end of the multiverse. Then we have New Mutants post multiverse, so it could just be a way of kind of rounding out their stories. I hope not, though. I really want that those characters that we got to know in the X-Men or in the Fox universe, to be brought over. I mean, in my opinion, at least, I would love to see them used again.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she's a witch after all. Definitely.
Cool.
What is up with Agnes? She didn't react.
Yeah, that
That
weird
was
laugh,
awesome.
and that was not even
and woken
her.
up by Vision. Yeah, and I thought she would be saying like, "I've shown Wanda this hex, but Wanda took it too far." I mean, look, she knew that Vision was trying to get out, so she made the hex even bigger, and now she took all those sword agents. Now they've all been assimilated into a circus, and that was nuts. But I like how we got to see Wiccan and Speed, and they were in their traditional their comic outfits for the most part. But
They both showed their powers too.
yeah, they both had their powers. Yeah, and Wiccan was just learning about his powers as well. I mean, he was the last one to figure it out. They're like, "Whoa, you can do that!"
Yeah, he catches Speed with like his magic.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
also
he
he's
was
just like boom. I was like, oh, all right. Well,
But that's what she did. That's what Wanda did earlier. Remember, she was like, she just grabbed him, and
Yeah,
just, as he
Wiccan's
was
powers
passing
is
by.
more like Scarlet Witch, and Speed's more like Quicksilver. Which
Yeah.
is hard to tell.
This
I mean,
proves that Evan Peters
just
is
the
not
names.
the Fox Quicksilver. He knows everything Wanda did.
Yeah.
well,
No,
I
that's,
don't know
again,
about that. I don't
there
know
was the
about
question. There's a question that she asked him
not-
about this one kid that they knew, and he didn't answer the question.
Yeah, because she
Okay.
asked him a question and he
Right,
did not
so-
answer it.
Oh, yeah, and then
Yeah.
a memory about Halloween, like that's
Yeah,
not
it
how
was
she remembered
different.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that, like, there's something more to it. It's not just as cut and dry as, like, maybe looking at it like that. Like, oh, is it him or is it not him? I don't think it's like I think there's more to it than we can understand. To say it's not him, I don't think you can say that. And to say it is him, I also don't think you could say that.
And
There's
I think
some
the whole
like something else. No, God.
What?
Yeah.
I think the whole like dead Vision, dead Pietro thing. I think that's just PTSD. I think that's just her like she's freaking out. Like that's
Yeah,
just,
no,
her
it could
memory.
easily be easily. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Kevin
I mean,
Feige's just
right.
fucking with us.
He probably, he definitely is. I mean, look, we're sitting here talking about it. We can't even figure it out. I mean, look, I really want it to be the Quicksilver from the Fox universe, but I mean, there's a good chance that he's not. That he's just somebody else entirely. So I don't know. But it seems like he knows a lot more than he's letting on. Like he actually knows that this isn't real. He knows it's a hallucination. He knows that she's in control of it because he told her, he was like, hey, bravo, good job on this. How'd you do it? And she got him, or he got her to trust him. He's like, you could tell me, like I'm not your husband. Like basically saying like we're family. You could tell me. And so he really got her to open up, and she didn't remember how it all started. She was like, I don't know how this all started. So
And
go ahead.
you gotta remember that she could also be programming him like that, right? As someone to talk to freely, but still like with an agenda, right? This could be her just like, all right, I need someone that like I can vent to, right? So I'm going to give him the impression of free will, but in reality it's not. So again, I think there's more to all of this, and that's the it sucks to say that, but it's just it's nothing seems right.
No, that seems right at all. That one caller says, I think Evan Peters is still Pietro from the X-Men, but Wanda's subconsciousness projected him into our world that is mind controlled. We get the best of both worlds. The bullet wounds were a hallucination. I know. A hallucination. Yeah, I mean, and I think
so he's like, subscribe to my channel in order to learn the rest of my statement.
Yeah.
Hey,
Classic.
anyways, I got to take off, guys. I got
right, Brian.
Tomorrow. Thanks for having me on. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, man.
Later, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out,
Now
bro.
we can dive deep.
Yeah, let's dive real deep now.
Yeah.
Yes, now that it's almost 4 in the morning.
If you want a link, let me know and I'll send you one. A lot of nightmare and devil details. Wanda is not doing this alone. No, I don't believe she's doing it alone, Ryan. And I agree with you, Brian LeBlanc. That is in the chat. I definitely think that there's somebody else helping her do all of this. Because I mean, she is really powerful, but it just feels like the fact that she can't remember how it all started. To me, that tells me.
I mean, it might just be acting out of pure emotion.
Yeah, and like when that happens, like you don't recall the detail just because you act out. Like again, like you just inferred to, Matt. She talked about how she just felt this nothingness, this emptiness, and so like at that point, a lot of people just tend to burst, and then your memory's kind of hazy about how it happens. So yeah.
Did anyone spot anybody in the background like wearing any devil outfits, or did anyone end up seeing anything like that I didn't catch?
I was like, "Where's Ralph at?" No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. All of us were looking for a Ralph, but
I get it's comic book accurate, but you could arguably say Quicksilver devil horns. Like I know it's comic book accurate, but you could arguably say that. Just in your face, like.
Yeah, Barster writes, this show is the most
like
confusing show I've ever
in her car.
watched. Yeah, where
For
was she
real.
going? What was she doing? Why was she at the edge of town? Is she just a regular person and she started to realize it was fake and tried to leave?
Though. And that was her.
Yeah, she did have a witch laugh.
She had a witch laugh. What's up, Carlos? How you
She
doing, man?
so had a witch
Doing
laugh.
all right. I'm doing all right. It's really, really late or early, depending on who you are.
The later the show. Yeah.
On the East Coast. And like I did go to sleep, but then I woke up at like 2 a.m. So I'm like, why not stay up and wait for the episode?
What's up, Anthony Draven? So what did you think, Carlos? I mean, do you think that she's controlling all of this, or is there somebody else in play that's helping her with all this?
I mean, she had to learn it from somewhere because this is like, I would think that actively maintaining a reality and then setting certain parameters, boundaries, and manipulating everybody on this level has to take some kind of forethought. She can't just be doing her wiggly hands and then just magically make this very structured environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen her fortify it and even expand it, and she's very easily controlling of everything that's going on. Clearly.
Yeah, so that I'd have to think that that's a very learned skill. So that's why I said, because in the comics, Agatha Harkness is, a witch, and I guess in the more traditional sense, not like I was thinking like D&D terms, so like not like a sorceress, which is like just power drawn from inside, but an actual person that tries to draw off knowledge of former things. And with this latest episode, with the hex expanding and more people being affected by it, I think the only person that's going to be able to close it is Doctor Strange. So I really do think that like, if Wanda isn't convinced herself to stop the madness, then Doctor Strange is going to have to come in. And I think that's probably the big cameo one of the big cameos that we're going to be waiting for.
I mean, there has to be some kind of huge cameo at the end of this, some huge drop that's going to open up, a can of worms. I mean, and that's why, I've been saying that I feel like, Charles Xavier is the only one that's strong enough to like mentally connect with her.
You're going to die on that hill, aren't you?
I'm going to die on this hill.
He's going to take it to his grave.
I mean, it's not like I'm saying, Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern or anything. But what I'm saying is that this would at least open up the multiverse, even further. But I mean, obviously, it could just be Doctor Strange shows up and he's the one who's able to do this. But I definitely think that Doctor Strange will make an appearance somewhere in this show at the end or next few episodes.
I think he'll make an appearance, but I don't think that's the contact Photon's going to.
I know, like, New Rockstars are doing like the checklist of like they're getting all the little hints of like, oh, which actor and which character ticks all the boxes so that we get the perfect cameo that it was predicted. So, and Doctor Strange is one of them because Paul Bettany actually never worked with Benedict Cumberbatch before. Yeah, they shared the same movie in Infinity War, but they never had a scene together because their characters were always apart. So
yeah, Silent Scotty says, I don't think the Gambit Externals reference was a fluke, but then again, I've seen Wiccan in that same kind of outfit, so I don't know if that was what it was supposed to be. There's a lot of lore around the Externals when it comes out, when it comes to immortality, raising from the dead, sensing when others raise from the dead. And also, yeah, Ryan points out when Evan Peters called his kids devil spawns.
He did say that. Yeah.
He did, and that could have been a direct connection to Mephisto. But we still we fucking don't know.
I seriously hope that that's not what they're not just saying that this is just some random dude that Evan Peters is just some random dude that nobody knows.
I personally think it'd be hilarious.
Or maybe Wanda's doing a double whammy and not only puppeting an android's corpse, but also a real person's corpse.
I mean, again, I personally think it'd be funny just because, again, it'd be another example of the MCU pulling our chain with the multiverse.
Well, you're evil, Dawson, so.
Well, I mean, like Andre's going to die in the hill of Professor X, I'm going to die in the hill of MCU just trying to pull our leg. Multiverse concepts. Yeah, like they're teasing all this stuff just to get our attention, and then when they actually show us the show, they're like, "Yeah, we're just kidding. We're not doing that."
Yeah, we're just kidding. Actually, yeah.
The multiverse is actually a board game that Doctor Strange plays in the second movie. So,
but we'll see, man. I don't know. I mean, it's getting better each episode, and it's getting deeper and deeper. And we saw Vision trying to escape the hex, and he was literally being pulled apart, which tells you that he cannot exist outside of the hex.
So it means the hex is going to continue to expand until it covers the whole Earth. That way, Vision can live freely.
But I don't think. I mean, do you think the hex is going to cover the entire Earth?
Like I said in my comment before, I think it's going to cover the Earth.
Will be everywhere.
Yeah, like I think this is going to have some global effects, but I don't think it's going to be consuming the Earth, but more like a pulse. So, like, I guess, like, reminiscent of the snap or whatnot, where it literally just rips through everybody. And, maybe many people could get sick. And, hey, if you're lucky and you have that mutant gene, maybe you'll develop some powers, lead to the mutants. But, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they very, very well could just be messing with this. I don't know. I think it's too much of a coincidence that you have Evan Peters show up, but you don't connect that to the Fox universe. I think it's just too much of like, why would you go to those lengths and then be like, yeah, I guess we actually
again, I'll bring this up. They literally said the word multiverse in the Far From Home trailer and literally went nowhere with it. So if they literally say that word and go nowhere with it, they can do the same thing with this Evan Peters thing. So again, I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to being wrong.
I mean, it fits the story of Far From Home. Like I mean, it's consistent to the story. I'm not saying it's the best story in the world because it's far from that, but it's consistent with it.
I know, but like that's just an example of them dangling in front of us. Like, hey, look,
I want you to be wrong, but I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yes.
Well, do you think so? The Doctor Strange multiverse of madness is just not like he's not going.
That'll be a multiverse. That'll actually be a multiverse.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean that's in the name. I mean, to me, this is where it all starts.
I mean, it most likely will be, but I just think that would still be funny if like even that had nothing to do with like an actual multiverse.
Oh, I know.
It'd be hilarious.
It's just like an analogy for something else, you know? Like, what?
We're calling this alternate dimension this multiverse, and they go there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the quantum realm, something like
the quantum realm. They call it the multiverse.
Well, okay. So, who do we think she's going to meet up with? That's
Monica,
another
the aerospace engineer.
What I want it to be is Reed Richards, but what it's probably going to be is just I don't know, some like random guy,
some random dude,
They hinted at for 3 episodes straight.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, oh, I remember that guy. He was in Thor: The Dark World in the background. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just some small character who comes back. But no, I mean, we know it's a guy. That it's a male actor. We just don't know who it is. I don't know who it could be. It's not Tony Stark. He's dead. A lot of the main ones aren't even around anymore. So
it's definitely a new guy.
You think it's somebody new?
It's
somebody that Monica knows. So we don't know it really. You know, we haven't been following.
It's going to be a character we know from the comics, but not a character we know from the MCU. It's like,
do you think it could be Reed Richards? What do you guys think? Is that a possibility?
I'd be down for that.
I mean,
I would
feel like a curveball would be like Doctor Doom.
That is the other theory out there, is that Doctor Doom might make an appearance, and so it could be him.
You think he would be Doctor?
No.
No. I just
He would be Victor Von Doom.
I don't know
what's up, Victor? That's Doctor to you. We're not good friends.
I know.
I mean, like,
it's Max with the mask on. Hey guys,
phobic.
Nicotina, what's happening? Also, Pietro had a mom tattoo. Multiverse of Madness. Oh, there we go. That could be the case as well.
Good eye.
Or he just loves his mom.
It was kind of a cheap looking mom tattoo.
I know it was, but dude, if it's all a fast one, or the supposed Luke Skywalker appearance is Doctor Strange, I'm going to be super pissed. Well, you know what? That whole article really screwed things up, because if it is nobody, and kind of like earlier today on the Foreign Nerd Show, we had Josh from Den of Nerds on the show, which is a great show, so go ahead and check it out on the Foreign Nerds channel. Anyhow, he did mention that the author of that article is the one that came up with that statement, not Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
Dawson, back me up here.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to stop. Just like, you pitched our show. Good job.
I did.
I'm proud of you.
I always do.
You did a plug that we actually approve of. So.
And not only that, and Dawson, why don't you go ahead and share a screen with the next episode that's coming up this weekend? Once you get that, can you get that ready for me? The thumbnail.
This is
for
unexpected.
Sunday. I don't have it uploaded. One thing I was not prepared for.
That was so without warning.
I have that. I have that. I don't have.
You know how subtle he is.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like the worst.
Imagine if we saw Magneto show up at the end of this. I mean, this would be nuts.
Yeah,
and it was Michael Fassbender. I mean, holy crap! I don't know. I don't know.
I can see like Hayward being like, we're gonna kill it, like a bunch of these soldiers, and then they're all wearing like metal, and then just like flap in the air.
Yeah,
just flapping in the air. I'm just like, what?
Flapping in the air. So at this point,
flapping everywhere.
I feel like so after this, there's 3 more episodes left. So I think from here on out, it's going to be one big episode after another with only 3 left. But guys, if you didn't know about this yet, definitely tune in this Sunday at what time is it? Does it start at?
We're gonna do like what 11:30 or 11 starting there.
Yeah, an
On
hour
Sunday?
before an hour before it. So yeah, so at about 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific, it's gonna be the Four Nerds presentation of the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer watch party. So we're gonna have a pre-show. We're gonna watch the trailer. We're gonna freak out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely tune into that. It'll be on the Four Nerds channel. Which if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to that channel because it's a lot of good stuff is coming to that channel. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
That's all right, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right, I guess. Guys, any parting words? I mean, look, I feel like this episode left us with a lot of question marks instead of answers. Last time when we saw Evan Peters show up, it led to a lot more speculation. But now, I mean, we know that, he knows more than he's letting on. To me, it really felt like he was there to as like an agent to try and wake her up, to try and like talk to her and convince her what hey, like what's really going on here. I feel like he knows what's happening. He was already briefed before he went in there, and maybe he was briefed by Doctor Strange. I mean, that obviously that's that I can't prove any of that. And like I've said before, that's a what if. But
I have no
proof. I have no proof, but I feel like he definitely knows more than he's letting on. I mean, do you guys agree with that, or do you think he's just another pawn in all of this?
Nicotine is a pawn.
Matt, how about you? You've been kind of quiet.
Oh man.
Willikers.
He's definitely sus,
Oh,
man.
man.
He's been asking a lot of questions.
Mhm.
It's very weird. But yeah, MJR brings up a good point. Well, that commercial was weird. What was that all about? What's the connection
disturbing?
I feel like that was, it was like an analogy for what's happening in Westview. That like they want to get out and they can't, and eventually they're going to die because she's not feeding them, she's not taking care of them.
That's metal.
Show a kid
That's metal.
die.
I mean,
Yeah, like
we lost somebody. Who did we lose?
I believe we lost
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler was like, I'm out of here. My dog. No, but I think it was an analogy for what's happening in Westview. She's definitely not taking care of them. They're unhappy. That one lady was crying, for crying out loud. I mean, they are suffering right now. And even Vision was trying to tell the sword agents, like, we have to help the people. Now they're actually the people of Westview now. So that kind of sucks. Oh, look, he's back. He decided to join us again.
I think his internet just went out.
Yeah. He says he's hardwired, but I don't believe him. Ryan says Magneto will show up and put Vision back together because he's metal. I mean, it's possible.
So then he can like make a stone, an Infinity Stone, and then no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'll create a new one.
Magneto's super metal, dude.
Yeah, he's super metal.
Super metal, dude. All right, dude.
So that shark in the ad said, did it by feeding off of Yo Magic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mephisto.
It's a play on words.
Mephisto's feeding off his magic.
Oh yeah, someone's feeding off of her magic.
Is feeding off of her magic and is able to pull it off.
I could totally see one of like a commercial like that in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with the Asian, I was like, oh
Like
wow.
that made me think of my early days of my youth with Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like, oh,
No, Nickelodeon wasn't that edgy. Like,
Well, they
you
would
know,
have
like the
that
style.
exact commercial with kids dying and
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Any
Asian
commercials.
anyway.
They didn't traumatize us kids.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! But that was a dark twist. But no,
well, they got commercials like that. Like when you suck a go-gurt or something and you just flatten, and now your life is relegated to be a 2D piece of paper. Like,
Oh,
it's
Andre.
pretty dark stuff.
It's fine. Sit there. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine here. We're
It's
fine.
not.
Yeah, that's not till winter. Keep him down there.
Yeah. He's hibernating now. Let's see. Just joined. Fill me in on the theories. Oh boy.
Oh
You'd have to
man.
read
I mean, you're gonna have to rewind it at this point. I mean, there's so many theories that we've been throwing out there that it could go anywhere. What if the cameo is Nick Fury because Monica knows him? It could be Nick Fury that she's
But
going to see.
is he a? What's
He's
the
not an
scroll?
aerospace engineer.
Yeah, is he an engineer? Like,
He's not an engineer at all.
He's not. No.
No, he's Sam Jackson.
He's Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Not only is he not an engineer,
I'm
he's not
so
a
tired of
space
mother effing
engineer.
magic. Is mother effing hex.
But I think that was a really good point that Caden brought up, was that he said, I did it by feeding off yo magic. And I kept thinking, I was like, what? I was like, what's yo magic? But yeah, I mean, I think that definitely tells you, gives you a hint on what's going on. And he's the big bad shark. You know, he's not bad, but he's the shark.
The shark is the bad guy.
It comes in, it's claymation, like,
Yeah.
yo, what's up, Wanda? I fed off your magic.
I'm telling you, sharks get a bad rap, man. They get a bad rap. I mean, immediately it's like, oh, he's the villain. You know what I mean? Like he's a representation of the villain.
Did you never see Jaws?
I've seen Jaws. I've seen what's the other one? With the shark where he eats Sam Jackson?
Oh,
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, yeah.
Deep Blue Sea. That was another one. I remember he died. I was like, whoa, okay, he just died. I didn't think that was going to happen, but oh well. We saw that at the end of FFH.
Far From Home.
He was talking about Nick Fury, that he's not on Earth because
Yeah, he was up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in space.
He's like in
Nick
his little
Fury
like
was in space,
vacation
Far From
room.
Home. Yeah. Somebody see my shoes. You know, I was like, come on, what is happening here? Pietro said in the episode that someone called his name and he heard it and he felt Wanda needed him. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like he is that character. Like he is the Evan Peters. He is the Quicksilver from the Fox universe.
He acts like
could be. Very well could be.
Like he did say that before, just before that, he said that his last memory was of him getting shot. So
yeah, it's a mix, man.
So it's
I
an
don't know.
inserted memory.
like I said, I really do think that it's like, okay, we need a Quicksilver, like Wanda subconscious, or you know, if whatever is calling to him, you know, let's say it is like Mephisto or something, somebody manipulating Wanda. Oh my god,
what are you doing to that poor child?
I'm propping him up. Stop it.
But yeah, so like they needed to latch onto another Quicksilver like being, so they're looking through the multiverse, and it's like, oh, which one's the closest one? And then they find the X-Men one. Yeah. So and then they just implant him with like, you know, this subconscious implants him with maybe not Pietro's memories, but you know, Wanda's memory of Pietro and stuff like that, and that's why he knows so much. You know, he's probably knowing more than he lets on. So I don't think it's, you know, like I said, I think the real Pietro that we have from Age of Ultron is a bag of bones right now.
Yeah,
he's 6 feet under.
He's 6 feet under. Vision has his Mind Stone when he got out of the Hex. So does that mean that Wanda created the Mind Stone?
Because what was interesting, because in
the
previously on WandaVision, it shows you the real Pietro. So I just don't understand the significance.
Yeah, they're not rejecting him. They know Aaron Taylor Johnson. He is the Quicksilver of the MCU.
Well, yeah, but it has to, I don't know.
This isn't a Rhodey. This isn't a Bruce Banner situation. He is there.
Well, exactly. But I mean, like, I thought it was interesting that they didn't show his footage and they showed him like, oh yeah, he died from Ultron. They showed him getting shot and everything. So it was kind of like, oh, why would they make that reference again?
It would have been hilarious if they would have like done a face swap with Evan Taylor and the other one and piss off the other actor.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Funny.
What if Black Widow was a big cameo? Who knows?
Don't get me started on Black Widow. That should have been released a long time ago. I want to see the movie.
I've stopped.
Actually, you know what?
There's a movie coming out. Okay.
It exists. No, apparently not.
But maybe Tada, whatever. I can't pronounce your name. Maybe Tada is right, because look, Far From Home hasn't happened yet, because this happens immediately after Endgame.
Yeah, that's true.
But it happens after the blip. So I mean, everyone came back.
Isn't it happening simultaneously?
Yeah, I think it's kind of happening at the same time. It would only make sense.
What's happening at the same time?
Far From Home
and WandaVision.
No, Far From Home is 8 months later. So that's a long time.
But people are snapping back, right? Or wait, there must have been.
Well, I guess it's a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
No, so Far From Home, the only reference, like, well, there's multiple references, but the only like direct reference to the blip is the school newspaper, showing the footage from 8 months ago.
The iMovie presentation.
Of like the
everybody popping up in basketball courts and all over the school and stuff.
Yeah, and treating people come back to existence as a joke.
It's not perfect, but I guess it's like, when everybody popped back, school system, the whole world was overrun with people. Like a hospital couldn't take it, food services couldn't take it. I'm pretty sure schools couldn't take it. So they're like, okay, you know what? Just stop the semester. We're gonna restart the semester next year. So like 8 months from what if it's a 3-month thing, and I don't know.
So you're saying that Far From Home happens after this?
Yeah, I mean that's
kind of funny.
Timeline.
What?
It's kind of funny that people went back to school faster after the blip than they have during COVID.
I know. You would think they
8
have
months,
to get checked out. You know what I mean? Like they have some kind of weird virus in them, or have their cells been altered in any way? That's what I thought they were going to do with mutants. Is that everyone who or certain individuals who came back, they came back different. And they had abilities.
That's lame.
Well, I it's lame too, but I was like, how do you I didn't kick anybody. Gavin went to bed. Yeah, there it is, Joshua. COVID is the cameo. That's what it is. And guys, if you haven't done so yet, smash that like button and hit subscribe with the bell notification button. We're gonna be doing this every week, which is the WandaVision watch party.
He's lying.
Who's lying?
You.
Well, how am I lying?
You don't do this every week.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because the multiverse. You went to the wrong place. So
no multiverse. Here's some multiverse right here. It's Ryan.
It's the Ryan we actually like.
It's Ryan Zephyr.
Oh, what the heck's happening with the screen right now?
I don't know what happened right there. Let's see. Far From Home was after WandaVision, so Nick Fury could be on Earth. That's true. He could still be on Earth, but
he's not an engineer. There's like nothing that's told us that he's that guy.
But do we know that? Is that who they're meeting up with? Is the engineer?
You don't know.
Before. Go ahead.
Well, what I wanted to say was, if with the Reed Richard thing, like I'd love it to be a Fantastic Four reference, be Reed Richard or whatnot. But that would mean that Reed Richard is already cast, and he was already filmed for whenever they initially produced WandaVision over a year ago, or about a year ago. So I don't think a secret like that could be buried too long. I mean, like over a week ago, before episode 5, before Evan Peters was announced, like I was like looking at a leak on YouTube showing that Evan Peters in this episode, not even the previous episode when he first showed up, but in this episode when he got hit by Wanda, he's like, "Oh, your dead husband can't die twice." And then I saw that in like some blurry leaked footage, but it still came out nonetheless.
I mean,
and we're so close
Skywalker
to
was the secret.
I mean, I guess so, but it's not like how do I say this?
I mean, we have no proof that John Krasinski is even cast as Reed Richards. So I mean, we all think that he is. But
I mean, like I would like it to be him, but I'm saying like whoever they cast, they're gonna plan to hold on to them for a while.
You're saying because of it's not being leaked that it's less likely.
No, I'm saying that due to the fact that it hasn't been rumored or leaked yet, that I don't think it's gonna be Reed Richards. I think it's too soon. Something can't be that airtight.
Okay, I hear you.
Riri Williams.
Well, she said guy. She's like, I got a guy.
Yeah, it's a guy. I got a guy. Who could it be?
Who can it be now?
Ben Grimm.
We don't know who it's going to be, but we will find out very soon enough. So, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up now because it is getting pretty late. And I know that Dawson's got to work tomorrow, and I got to work tomorrow, and we all got something to do. Yeah, you know what? There it is. I found the answer. It's Rhodey.
Done.
War Machine's coming. He's going to shoot everybody.
I actually... Wait,
there it is. Barry Allen.
Yes, Barry Allen. Yes.
Actually, you know what? What if it's smart? What if it's the Hulk?
No, they said aerospace. The Hulk is don't get me started on Smart Hulk, but yeah, that's gamma radiation. That's bioscience and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's someone in the Captain Marvel movie. I didn't watch Captain Marvel, and I have no intention to do that.
I don't remember anyone else. Well, I mean, you can't remember Captain Marvel took place in the past. So I mean,
there's still
like senior citizens right now. Like,
there's someone related, aerospace engineers.
I recovered from my heart attack after the blip.
What if Carlson's coming back? I hope not. It's Wanda and her fam +1. Carlos, you're the cameo.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. How do you know?
How do you know?
That's why it hasn't been leaked. He hadn't told anyone yet.
He is the least.
So Andrew says Peter Parker is smart. I don't see him as being the aerospace. Yeah, no, I don't.
Gonna squirt a web at the freaking shield.
Yeah, that didn't work. I don't know what else to do.
It could be.
It's Walter Hamada, Jeff Johns, Emmerich, and Whedon as the Fantastic Four.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Fuke-tastic Four.
You misspelled horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fantastic. I don't know. It's misspelled horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think about that comment there. It could be a scroll. Could be.
I was thinking about. Wasn't there like a little child scroll in Captain Marvel?
Yeah, but you said a guy. I have a guy.
Oh, it could be posing as a guy. A scroll can shapeshift.
A scroll can shapeshift. You've already seen the episode? Yes, we've already seen the episode. Fantastic Four. There it is. All right, guys. Any parting words before we go? And thoughts on the episode? Dawson, let's go from the left, or go to my left.
To the left.
To the left. To the left. Yeah, this is an interesting episode. I mean, we got to see some cool interaction between Pietro and Wanda, even though we're still not certain if that's really even Pietro or whatever the heck that means. Some cool moments with Vision. Vision kind of acting more on his own, acting on his own accord. Got some more insight into the scumbag that is, gosh, what's his name from the Sword, like Hayward or whatever his last name is.
Yeah, Hayward. He sucks.
Yeah, sucks majorly bad. Like, he's not a good dude. Obviously, something's up with him where he knows a little bit more than he's letting on. But yeah, this is fun. Just keep in mind that Andre's a liar, and then have fun with the show.
What the hell was that?
Oh, it looks like I am a scroll.
He is a scroll. See, there we go. Matt, what do you think?
The jig is up.
Solid episode. I definitely dug, Vision trying to get out. I thought that was really cool. And he was trying to suck him back in. That was pretty awesome. And then, Quicksilver is definitely sus, but then it might be something else. It might not be like the obvious choice. So who knows?
This is not Among Us.
Nah.
Retweet. All right, Gavin, you're up.
It was cool.
All right, Tyler.
Tyler, go. Tyler, all the way from Boston. Having a bowl of clam chowder.
It was a good episode. Yeah, it was a good episode. I look forward to next week.
No, it's gonna be good. And is Logan fast asleep?
He is.
Nice.
He is.
Gave him the good drugs.
Yeah, they give him the good drugs.
I was gonna say, poor Vision, man.
Oh, he's so screwed.
That dude has a terrible life.
They're like, "You're an Avenger." He's like, "What's an Avenger?" Like, oh god, this is terrible.
That dude has died like, I don't know. Poor Vision. I feel so bad for him.
I thought he was just going to collapse when he tried getting out, honestly.
Yeah, they're just going to die and be like the body, but no.
No.
But Rhodey's not an aerospace engineer, so, I mean, I don't know who it could be. All right, Carlos.
Man, this episode was really something. I didn't cry, but the waterworks were in motion. When Vision was being torn apart, I'm like, that's the guy he wants to break free, but
he can't.
And like
Free Willy.
His last words, presumably before he would have died if the hex didn't expand, was to save the people inside. I mean, reminiscent of another hopeful, very awesome figure of Superman and BVS.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to save his mother before he died. But it's awesome. If this continues, then I'm going to be really happy for the next 3 episodes. Hope they're longer. And
don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Now Gavin's the pessimistic one.
I know. You're turning Gavin against us here, Dawson.
Good,
and real quick, Tada says, y'all feel Wanda definitely made a deal with the devil or Agnes to figure out her powers. Then she now just has power beyond their control. I mean, that could be the case that Agnes was one of the players. It could be that she is basically Mephisto's player in this scenario, but now Wanda's power has gotten past her control now, and it's getting out of control.
Watch the big cameo as the actor played the devil in the Ghost Rider movie.
Oh my my god.
He's dead.
Yeah,
but-
I mean,
Lee.
Oh, is that actor really dead?
yeah.
He was old, man.
Oh
He
man,
was
that
old.
sucks. That's sad.
Way to go, Dawson, bringing
Never
up
mind.
dead people.
Gosh.
I'm
What's wrong
sorry.
with you?
I didn't know.
You wonder why you had this negative effect on everybody.
Do I think that Darcy will become Kitty Pryde? Why?
I don't. Well,
Was that in the comics?
No.
That's all. I don't remember that ever happening. So I don't know what Slade.
I mean,
Good question.
Mysterio didn't work for Stark Industries in the comics, so
There's
Anything
a total
possible,
6
Nicotina.
hours without credits, and we have 3 hours of footage and 3 hours left, equaling 3 episodes. 1 hour. Where are we getting at with this? Next episode is still 30 minutes, or so. Yeah. So okay, hold on. Wait, what?
called the math
Or
equation.
Lost
I
the
don't-
math.
30
Yeah.
It's way too late to do
90
some
episodes
math.
Yeah. So what he's saying is the last 2 episodes could be longer, or the last episode will be even longer.
they better be.
It better be.
Finale
It
would
needs to
definitely
be.
longer.
Yo, before I gotta say something, fucking The Winter Soldier. I heard that it's 6 episodes, and if it's not like 45 to an hour long each one, then I'm
Oh,
pissed.
I think they did say that it was an hour long.
I don't like.
25
I don't want it
minutes.
to be less, just so he's pissed.
I know.
Like,
And we're gonna see all that right here on this channel. We're watching Falcon and Winter Soldier as well, guys. Thank you so much for coming out.
Such
This was a lot of
monopoly,
fun.
man.
What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding.
What you know? What I'm getting some really negative vibes from you right now. What's going on?
It's 4 a.m.
He needs to sleep.
Send help.
it's the multiverse.
And my soda is empty.
He's forcing us. He's controlling us right now.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You guys, when you get a chance, subscribe to Nerdy Many Ways. Subscribe to Mad Vids. Follow Gavin Cooley on Twitter. Definitely subscribe to Tyler at Pop Culture Corner on YouTube. He's got a great channel, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. It's well worth it. And you can follow that one Carlos on Twitter as well. Guys, we're almost there. We're 3 episodes away from the end. We'll be back next week for WandaVision Episode 7 Watch Party right here on Twitch and on YouTube as well. If you haven't done so yet, smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and follow me on both Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and subscribe to the channel as well. Guys, thank you for being here. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys felt the same way.
Peace.
Loads of fun.
Loads of fun. Barrels of fun. And real quick, you guys, I'll see you guys next time.